And please submit questions. Just email me or go back to the form. You can submit them, or also you can post on Facebook. But I'm hoping that this makes sense to you, that the way that we really come to love and fall in love with ourselves is by embracing all of ourselves and respecting that when something comes up that's uncomfortable, or that we feel like we don't like, or we want to change about ourselves, or we don't want to deal with about ourselves, that instead of like pushing it away or getting busy and distracting ourselves from it, we get curious about it and we respect what message it is that is trying to, our bodies are trying to convey. Like, why am I gripping when I think this thought, or when I have this experience about myself? You know, like what is that about? Like, I want to get curious about that, and then I want to respect it. I don't just want to get rid of it, and I don't want to slap something positive on top of it. I want to understand what the meaning is to me. So this can be difficult to do alone. If you're interested in this, I hope that you'll sign up for a body talk, and so that you can get some support around it, if this is something that's interesting to you. And I want to share with you, a poem that I stumbled upon in my journey that has been really meaningful to me. A woman by the name of Jen Lee, who's a writer, and she does work with different artists. She did a program, I can't even remember, I do so many, I'm like a big program junkie, but I did it, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, and actually then 3 or 4 years later, I reached out to her, and she wound up coming to speak to my women's circle, which was kind of mind-blowing. I couldn't believe it. She was kind of an idol of mine, and then just sent her an email, and she said, sure, I'd love to come. And when she came to the women's circle, I brought up, I'm going to read to you this manifesto that had really touched me and taught me a lot. And she at first didn't even know what I was talking about, because apparently she had written it 10 years before. And so she actually shared with the women in the women's circle how powerful that was to her, that she had gone through an experience where she was questioning herself as a writer, and she was having a lot of judgment from her family around making that choice. And but that had been many years ago, and she was so moved that, however, more than 10 years later, when I stumbled upon it, the impact that it had on me and my life. So there was a real, you know, kind of a full circle in terms of the way that things are connected, which is another piece I want to say, that you know, learning how to trust ourselves and trust our journeys is also something that we'll talk about in Body Talk and Lady Ventures, because when we feel that we don't trust ourselves and our journey and our experience, we cannot trust other people. And we have to really know who we are and trust the messages our body is giving to us in order to really fully be able to fully trust other people and experiences. And that's hard to do sometimes, and often we need support. And whether it's a girlfriend or a family member or a program or a workshop or whatever it is, to expect that we just have to be able to do this on our own, I think is very detrimental. And it's a message that we get, at least in North American society, that I think is something that I'm really hoping to shift for people. So let me read you this manifesto, because I want to share this with you. So Jen Lee, it's called Truth or Consequences. Don't write. It's too powerful. It might tell someone how you feel, how you hurt, what you don't understand. Don't write. It's too powerful. You might show who you are in the inside to the outside. It might blow your cover, your nice reputation. Don't write. It's too powerful. You might hurt someone's feelings. People might not like your words. They might abandon you. Don't write. It's too powerful. You might give others hope. Let them know they are not alone. It might change minds, change directions, change the world. So whatever you do, don't write. So I love that because I think that she really respects that there are both sides to every experience and every emotion. And I think that it really teaches that, you want to be able to embrace both sides of yourself, all the multi-layers of yourself, right? And respect each one of them, even if they make you feel a certain way that is uncomfortable or scary. I just want to get to, because I think I covered through when I was talking, I think I covered almost all of your comments, even if I didn't refer to them directly. Another one of the women actually said something about being in a very stressful situation, and it sort of being a work situation, and it being a challenge to, I wasn't sure if she was saying prioritize herself or just in the journey of falling in love with herself, that because her life was very stressful right now, and there were people, I think, that she was saying that have created a lot of negativity, it made it a challenge for her to be able to bring love and compassion to herself. So I want to share with that just this is a Buddhist saying that I've been coming back to for probably over 30 years, and it's from Nichiren Shonin, and he says this is a letter taken from a letter, like a teaching, and he says to one of his followers, suffer what there is to suffer, enjoy what there is to enjoy, and continue. The idea that the journey to Kamakura is, I forget, 12 days, and you will never see the moon rise over the capital if you stop on the 11th day, something like that. So, and I know it's easier to say than it is to do, but this idea of trusting and perseverance is very, very important, regardless of circumstances. So I hope that you'll think about what you want to share, any more questions that you have, and let me know. The last piece that I want to talk about is that you'll see a photo of my soul sister, Felicia, and she's, I asked her, it's a picture of her dancing, you'll see it on the website, and I asked her if I could share it with everyone, because I'm going to actually do a component next week on movement, and there's a lot of Nia teachers and Groove teachers that happen to be on this program, so I want to talk about how important movement is for us, for our lives. And I'm not talking about exercise, ladies, I'm talking about movement. But in any case, so there's this picture of Felicia, who's my sweetie. She's my soul sister, and I asked her if I could share it on the video or in the webinar, and as an example of someone who looked so beautiful moving. And she shared with me a story which she gave me permission to share with you, and that is that when she looks at that photo, she's still, even though there's a part of her, I think, that also feels good about it, that she is so beautiful, there's a part of her that still thinks that, I forget what angle it is, but the photograph is taken from her bad side. So she's an actress, and she does film and TV, and she grew up in the theater, and she's been a performer for her whole life, and she was given the message by a lot of different people throughout her life about, sort of the importance of knowing your good side from your bad side, and so even now when she looks at that picture, she cringes a little bit because it's not her good side. And why I wanted to share this with you all, I thought it was important, because she posted on Facebook, which is sort of not the point, but there's countless people who have responded because, you know, she's beautiful. So, and the photo is beautiful. It's not just that she's, you know, physically her appearance is attractive. It's that there's so much joy and vivacity in the photograph. I think that people like respond to it. She looks alive and joyful, and it's you know, so people are responding to that. So this idea also, this disconnect between what is what other people how other people perceive us and how we perceive ourselves, and so again, like the work that will be happening in Body Talks and also Lady Ventures, really learning how to receive the feedback that we get from other people as a way to expand our sense of who we are, and recognizing that there's a lens through which we see ourselves, which is often way more critical and judgmental than the way that other people see us. So I just wanted to share that story with you. And please,